That gotcha? All righty then. Here we go. Let's go, y'all. Let that boogie woogie roll. Somebody say, yeah. Well, I'm going to Kansas City. Yeah, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City, honey. Yeah, here I come. They got a crazy way of loving. I'm gonna get me some. I'll be standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. Tell me.
So, how did you come up with the name Pianist Envy?
It just kind of rolled off our tongues. It just kind of fell into our hands, as it were, you know. We were trying to come up with something, you know, something now, something catchy, something to appeal to the kids, you know, because after all, that's what this is all for. It's all for the kids anyway.
Going to Kansas City, well, I tell you what, you know, we like to play all different kinds of music. We play some gospel, we play some boogie woogie, we play some hillbilly, we do some rock and roll, but we specialize in playing the blues. Well, shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Shake, rattle, and roll. Won't do nothing, save your doggone soul. Shake, rattle, and roll. Victor Wainwright, look out!
We did a job here in Angel and Phelps. I had a show, and Victor and I had worked at the Bank of Blues here in Daytona together, and we split a show. Victor opened it, and I played, and we got up on stage, and from the very first night that we sat down, there was that chemistry. I mean, these kind of two-man piano things were done back in the 30s and 40s with Albert Ammons and Me Lux Lewis and Pete Johnson and people like that. So what we're doing is basically a throwback.
Well, like a one-eyed cat peeping in the seafood store.
It's almost an old-style Vegas-type entertainment, almost like you would see like Louis Primo, somebody doing that, in that there's serious music going on, but at the same time there's lots of laughs when we want to have them.
I believe in super soul, you're the devil in nine-line host.
That's why I think it's just custom built for casinos and cruise ships and that kind of thing, because we can pretty much work with any crowd. We can go totally G-rated, or we can get a little risque if we need to. And in the middle of all of that, the good boogie woogie and the old rock and roll that we do is relatively timeless, and everybody likes it.
Shake, rattle, and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, are y'all having a good time so far? Listen, we like to kind of cover all the bases, and we do some clowning around, and we do some of our own, but then and again, every now and then, we like to drop back and do some really old songs that not too many people do anymore, and we know you love it, but we enjoy doing them too. I'm going to step down, and I'm going to let Victor do one by himself, and then we're going to get back up and do a little instrumental thing that you haven't heard probably in about 20 years by a piano player. We're going to do that together, but right now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Victor Wainwright with an old Ray Charles favorite right here.
Put your hands together, Reverend Billy C. Wirtz stepping aside for a moment.
Our main goal is reaching back into that old style boogie woogie, and at the same time touching on the finer points of comedy and entertainment.
Georgia, a song of you. Comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pine.
As a whole, what I do in Memphis is different in the fact that we play with the band, and it's not the same type of show. It's not as rootsy. It's not as cool.
No peace I find. Just this old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
I learned this song when I was playing hillbilly bars in West Virginia, and when the fights would break out, they would yell for us to play Floyd, and this song seemed to have a calming effect on the patrons when they would get a bit rowdy. It's still a pretty song, and we hope you like it. It's one that goes like this right here. This is a song about the town of St. Augustine, Florida. And this is a song about a near-death experience that I had in St. Augustine at the Cracker Barrel. This was a near-death experience with a breed of creature that migrates to Florida every winter known as the snowbird. You got it. This happened to be of the New Jerseyest clueless variety. Nothing against your state, but this one in particular, listen up, happened to be driving a Lincoln Town car, and her left turn signal was on. I was lighting one of my ever-present cigars. I dropped my lighter. I looked back up. The left turn signal was still on, but the car was turning right. So, as certain portions of my anatomy locked down into clinch factor 10, and I could hear the Twilight Zone theme going, and slamming on my brakes, and I thought, 20 years of playing bars, Reverend Billy, and here you are about to die at the hands of Aunt Frickin' B. This requires a song. So, if you drive in Florida in the wintertime, I think you'll be able to relate to this next one. It's a little song we wrote about driving here in the Sunshine State, and it goes like this right here. Grandma, dear Grandma, it's time to say goodbye. I love that chord. You like that chord, Victor? Because that tells you play Florida's lounge gigs right there. It's going to be a cold winter here in Hackensack. Shh, come on, Grandmama, don't cry. You've weathered the storm, and your big race of life is nearly run. Time for you to head down to Volusia County to your 24-hour gated community with security and bus service to the mall on Tuesdays in the sun. Look out! Look out, look out. Grandma's behind the wheel. Watch out. Whoa! Grandma's back in the wheel. Right down the road in the big long automobile. Listen. Bobbing and weaving like she's been drinking. Got Jersey plates on the big white Lincoln. Stopping on the green light, going on the red, and all you see is two hands and that little blue head. Look out, look out. Grandma's back in the wheel. Riding down the road in the big long automobile. She got one on the road and got one on the map. About the time of day for her to take that nap. 30 in the fast lane, happy as can be. Buzzed on Metamucil and a Lawrence Welk CD. Look out, look out. Grandma's back in the wheel. Riding down the road in the big long automobile. Sing along with us, go like this. Say drive, Granny, drive. Everybody.
This is the reality of the music business. This is the day after the glamour and the glory. And unfortunately, someone who didn't share in our glamour and glory decided to smash or slash not one but two tires on my van and two tires on the car of young Stephanie, the waitress that works in the restaurant. So we have spent all day and about a quarter of my paycheck, oh no, half my paycheck, buying new tires. It is done.